So I'm gonna build a Mega Man 1 sort of game, and against my better judgment and at the direct request of you guys, I'm making this in Clickteam Fusion 2.5. This is completely unscripted, zero edits. You're seeing exactly how I start from scratch, and honestly, no idea is too dumb here, because let's face it, this game isn't for anyone other than yourself, and I think that's the main problem with indie dev. Sometimes we stress out thinking, oh my god, are people going to like it? Look, as long as you like it first, who cares? Forget pleasing the masses and just start making the damn game. Now, I can't see this thing hitting the top charts on Steam. Many of my cheese games have sunk into a literal black hole there, never to be found again. Seriously, even I can't find them sometimes. I usually don't even share the horrible cheese I upload to Steam. I once worked on a game for 4 straight months. When it finally released a year later, it got a grand total of 10 downloads. Yes, it's like that. But then, out of the blue, some absolute slop, like a math game I made 6 years ago, becomes one of my highest grossers of all time. We're talking $20,000 over a 6-year span. Hey, I'll take it. But the game is so bad I could literally cry. It took me one single afternoon to make, and I released it the very next day. Meanwhile, take my latest game, Holy Cross, that took about 2 months to complete and has less than 60 downloads. Not stellar profits by any means. So these games are a classic case of throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. How many times have you heard of a band needing just one more song to complete an album? They record something in 2 hours. The album goes to print and boom is their biggest hit. Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water, Black Sabbath's Paranoid, that one song by Blur, the list goes on. Now, speaking of music, I tried to find the sound libraries on the Steam version of Clickteam Fusion 2.5, but I can't seem to find them. I used to have the normal dev version, the non-Steam version, but as you guys know, I was formally banned from the Clickteam forums. Courtesy of some guys named Dave C. and Danjo, truly the grand supreme priests of the Church of Cheese. Here's how that tragedy went down. I made a painting program in Clickteam, and then I titled the video, I made my own Photoshop in Clickteam Fusion. Now, to be fair, the program was more like a stripped down version of MS Paint. You could draw and you could save the images. Standard stuff, but this was simply too much for my resident haters. They demanded I remove the post because it was clickbait. I told them, obviously it's not actual Adobe Photoshop, it's just a fun example, and I wanted people to download it and try it out. Naturally, a holy war broke out. I ended up calling some guy a noob, and suddenly it was like a scene straight out of Life of Brian. Dave C. immediately started shouting in all caps blasphemy. He said the word Photoshop, he must be punished. Oh yes, tell us. Oh, Grand Danjo, what should we do to this heretic? 2 these stones. Impale him. Crucifixion is too good for him, they shouted. Then another clown chimed in from the back of the mob. Well, he's been teaching an entire generation wrong. Look, he's doing it again. Credit where it's due, Dave C was one of my most avid subscribers. He knew exactly what was wrong with every single video I ever made. He practically had his bag of flat stones ready. So the whole angry mob went crying to the high admin, like, look at him, look how he causes trouble in our temple, ban him. And one day I logged in just to be greeted by a beautiful, you have been permanently banned from this forum. Mind you, you actually needed forum access to download the software installers back then. So when my PC inevitably required a format, I lost the installer. Just like that, I couldn't use the software to make tutorials anymore. I created 5,427 tutorials and examples for that community. And a lot of those posts got deleted. Great job, Dave C. Truly doing the Lord's work. Mind you, as far as I am aware, none of those guys have ever actually completed a single game. But hey, plot twist, I recently discovered that I apparently own Fusion on Steam. So grab your fake beards, boys, let's get this absolute gravy train rolling.